back. Today on the channel we've got something a little bit of a surprise, a little bit different. If you've been following me on Facebook or Instagram, you probably already know what I'm about to discuss here. Last week I went out and bought a vehicle for a very cheap amount, $300. In fact, let's just go ahead and show it to you. Alright guys, we have a 1985 D100 Custom. Yes, I know what you're thinking.
What a piece of junk.
You know, despite, the way it looks, this is really not a bad deal. As you can probably just look from this side. Look at the body. Look how straight the body is. Alright, that's pretty good. This truck has been, overall well taken care of. Yeah, it's got a few little dings, but the body-wise, it's perfectly straight. Doesn't look too ugly. I mean, it's not bad. Yes, we have some surface rust on the hood and the roof, which will have to be addressed because it's starting to get bad and it needs to be stopped before it gets worse. All right, guys, let's go in for a quicker look. So I'm going to take this thing off the stand here. Let's go take a look at it. Just going to walk around, just get you guys a feel of the project, and we'll talk about what we want to do with this. Now, I already know what this truck needs. Now you can see this one's already missing the trim on this side. Other than that, the trim right there, and the one goes right across the bed there. Other than that, it's not a bad. Now I do have the hubcaps. I just took them off because I needed to air up the tires, and apparently you have to take off the hubcaps to air up the tires. How wonderful is that? Now, yes, she's going to need a lot of work, but it's all there, and it does somewhat run. It just can't run on its own. So we're going to have to work on that a little bit. So I'll be doing some videos later on that. But right now, let's just walk around and get a feel for it. So, but you can see overall, look at the body. It's just mostly pretty straight. There's a little bit dings here, normal for over a 30-year-old truck. The interior is not bad, so let's walk across. Now, the one devastating factor is the ram hood. The ram here, hood ornament's broken. I'm gonna have to go find another one, and those aren't cheap. Because I feel like that is the most defining feature of this truck, is that ram hood ornament. But I can find them. No problem. I have to go search a junkyard probably. As you can see, this thing's been sitting up for quite a while here. I think the owner told me 5 years, but I think, judging by the tags, it's been sitting a little bit longer, which is fine. We'll get this thing back on the road here. Let me see. I got the key. Yep, got the key. And let's get it, see if I get this thing. There we go. Unlocked. And it jammed again. The door pinches on this hinge is the bushings are gone. I'll have to go open it from the other side. Dadgummit, it did it to me last night too. Alright. Well, we'll have to go on the other side when I go around that corner. Alright, let's look at the back here. We've got a headache rack. As you can see, that is one thing I'm going to be taking off here pretty shortly. And we're going to be taking off these plastic beds. And let me talk about these plastic beds while we got them here. You see all that water getting in here? Now, these plastic beds are really good for one thing. Trapping water and moisture between the bed, the actual, plastic and the bed right here. And what happens is a lot of people's truck beds rust out. Now, the only thing that's saved this thing from being completely rusted out is that it has been in their carport most of its life. So that's the only reason why this truck's in good a shape as it is. Needless to say, this plastic bed's going, it's by. The headache rack's gonna go by. I already got someone who's interested in that. And that's what I like about some of these projects. If it has extra stuff, if you don't want it, you can sell it separately and make some of your money back. The bed, I don't even know if it'll be worth selling or not. I'll have to find out how good a shape it is when we take it off. But look at it, it's in really good shape. Bumper's a little bit bent, no big deal. I'll probably just leave it as is and let the next person put on whatever they want. I think the tailgate does not work. I think the lap mechanism's come loose. Doesn't seem to be returning quite right, it's stuck. So I bet if I took the panel off the back, I could probably figure out what's wrong with that and get that to work. But yeah, overall, not a bad truck for $300. Now let's see if I can get on this side. Let's see if I can get. There we go. And see, there's my hubcaps. You can see the last owner tried to work on the door, and that's about as far as he got. That's why it hangs up. I can open it from the inside, but just not. But you can see it's overall it's pretty clean. Yeah, it's got a seat cover on it. It looks like, but the seats underneath it here. Let's see if I can. Are not in bad shape once I get them. This thing's just falling apart, so that thing will have to come out. But overall, I don't see any major rips in the original here we go, interior. So that's good. So take that seat cover out, give it some Armor All, a good vacuum, and it probably will look pretty good. Probably clean up the original carpet too in here, get it cleaned up, and it'll probably look a lot better. Probably take some vinyl paint and paint this silver so it looks a little bit better. So overall, not a bad looking truck. I mean, these square bodies are really desirable now, so someone will pay it pretty good if we got one that's in decent shape that runs. Well, you know, while I was in there, I should have got the hood open. Well, let me get in there and I'll get the hood open. You guys can look at it and see what we got. All right, I got this side open. I'm going to have to fix that door soon so I can not have that problem or issue. The problem is it happens when I lock it. It doesn't want to unlock unless I do it from the inside. All right, hood. Bam. You can see on here, everything looks still pretty nice in here. Yeah, I think some Armor All will probably clean that up. Yeah, it'll clean up. But you can see in here, I'm assuming this is 256,000. That'd be a 25, yeah, because these things only have 5 digits. So that's what I assumed, how many mileage is on this thing. All right, let's go to the hood. What does everybody think that's underneath it? I'm sure everybody knows. See if I can do this one-handed here. Where is it? There we go. How do you pop it open? There it is. There we go. We have the mighty powerful 318 in here. A very good motor. And I've actually seen this thing run somewhat. It just can't run on its own. So, but overall, everything worked on the truck when it was parked. The reason why he parked it was because the transmission started slipping. As soon as he did, he just parked it, and that's where it's been ever since. So, there's a good chance we can fix it. Alright guys, that is the $300 truck that I bought. I think we're going to have to find out a cooler code name for that, or some kind of name for the project. If any of you got any ideas for the project, go ahead and write them down in the description, and maybe that's what we'll call it. I'm going to start a new playlist called the Wheeler Dealer section, where we will be doing this for flip vehicles. This way, this will help break the monotony of the doing the Duster, Goldwing all the time. I mean, lately it's going to probably be more Duster than Goldwing, because right now my Goldwing's running great, so there's no need to do any repair videos on it that needs it, anything that needs done, other than maybe fixing the cruise control, which I need to do one of these days. But anyway, back to the truck. Overall, the truck's in really good shape. It is definitely worth saving, definitely worth getting back running. Definitely will not part it out, definitely not, because it's mostly complete. The body's pretty straight. Somebody will want that truck. And my plan is to get it running, get it driving, and, you know, get some of the luxury items working, the air conditioning working. Now, the air conditioning was working when the truck was parked. Everything was working when the truck was parked. So I believe I can get some of that stuff running again. I'll probably have to do a lot of, you know, work for the AC, because all the seals will be dried up, and just have to end up replacing a lot of it anyway. But anyway, I've set myself up a budget. I believe we're going to try to no more than $1,300, because it's going to need a lot of work. Because that way I can at least make some money off that. If I keep it to that low of a budget, it'll help me, you know, only buy what I need to buy. Because a project like this, man, I might go crazy and buy all kinds of parts that I just didn't need, but they were semi wore out, not completely wore out. And, you know, before long, you could spend a lot of money on these cars real fast, and just like, oh, I spent that kind of much money and not make any profit. So we're going to sell this to flip it. I'm allowed in the state of Texas to sell 5 vehicles without having a dealer's license a year. So I haven't sold any vehicles this year, so this will be my first one. So that shouldn't be a problem. So I'm going to have to buckle down and spend some money. I've already spent a lot of money. I got the title transferred. I've got some car parts coming in, so I've spent grand total a little bit over $400. Not bad starting off. So I still got to get tires. We're going to need a battery. I can tell you about the tires, the way they shape, they're bald. They're going to need a wheel alignment as well, so that's another $65. It's going to need a whole lot of work. And also, I can tell by there's a rag in the radiator plugged in at the bottom down there, so I'm assuming the radiator has a leak. I'll have to wait and verify that once we get it running. But I'm pretty sure, because there's no water or anything in the radiator at all. So I'm pretty sure there's a leak there. I found one for 88 bucks, so brand spanking new one. Otherwise, I believe those are metal radiators. They can be repaired, but I think the repair would cost more than what a brand new one costs. So at this point, I'll just go get a brand new one. All right, so we're gonna flip this. We're gonna make this truck run. We're gonna make it go on the road. I'm gonna have a little fun with it, and then we're gonna make some money. All in all, that sounds like a good day. And honestly, the only thing that scares me right now is the transmission. Now, you can find a lot of good deals with vehicles with bad transmissions. People just really want to get rid of them at the time. Now, this guy was asking $300. I never even haggled. I didn't even, balk at it because that was a really good deal. I mean, at the very least, the motor was worth that. And there was no sense of balking them or mocking. There comes a point, as much as I love to haggle, that when someone gives you a good price, you just don't need to be insulting and just take it. Just do a good price. Now, if he would have been asking $750, $800, I might have had to talk him down because the transmission will be a deal breaker for this project. Now, there's a little thing I'm going to try. I'm going to try to drop the pan on the transmission, take the filter out, put a new filter in, put some new fluid in it, and put some Lucas stop slip in it, and see what that does. It may fix it, it may not. And if the transmission, if that does not fix the transmission, that could definitely shrink our profits, or pretty much make us break barely even, because getting the transmission fixed will cost bukus lots of money. I'd have to probably do it myself to save money. And honestly, I've never even done an automatic transmission. I've heard they're not hard. In fact, a friend of mine, I don't know if he was being sarcastic, he goes, it goes together the same way it came apart. If you do that, you'll be okay. Well, no duh. Easier said than done, but if it comes down to it, I'll be willing to give it a shot and give it a try. Buying an upgrade kit for that that I've seen online is not that expensive. It's about 160 bucks or something like that to buy an upgrade improvement transmission kit for those trucks. So that part is not bad. So we'll have to, right now we're just gonna kind of see how it goes. That's why I'm doing little things at a time. I bought the carb kit, a fill filter, and the transmission filter panel. That'll let me know how this project's gonna go. And next, once we get it running on its own, we can fix the radiator, we can inspect the brakes, get new tires. We'll do things slowly because I don't want to put any more money into it than what I have to keep profits down. Now, we will take care of the rust, as I said earlier. At the very least, I will sand it down and put some primer on it. I'm going to see if I can find some matching paint and maybe just paint the tops to keep it from rusting and make it look at least halfway decent. So that is my maybe goal with that, because that will have to be addressed, I mean, at the very least, and let the next person worry about it. I'm not going to make it a perfect truck, but I'm not going to make it I'm going to make it a little bit better truck. I'm going to make it nice, enjoyable to drive, but still kind of like a beater truck that doesn't look too bad. So that's the goal. I want to hear what you guys think, so put all your everything down in the comments down there. Let me know if you got any cool names for this project. Just, write them down there. I think we'll call this truck Old Rusty for right now. I think that's a good name for it, Old Rusty. And we'll see if you guys like to see more of this type of me flipping vehicles. Let me know. We'll start picking up more vehicles like this. Now this one is a little bit, if I was trying to do this for a living, I'm going to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't have picked this vehicle. All right, I probably would have picked a vehicle that needed very little work. We're maybe $300–400 worth of work, but I could have had it done in a week and put it back out for sale and flipped it. This one's going to take probably about a good month or two to get all the parts and get everything up and going and running. So this one's going to be a little bit of long term. Now I know some of you are thinking, Cliff, you already got your Duster back here. I mean, how are you going to be? I'm already going to be flip-flopping between them both, Whenever I can't buy the parts for that, I'll just go work on this back here. In fact, I've done a lot of work since you guys haven't seen. I haven't done a video on it yet, so I think here in a few weeks we'll do an update video on the Duster and show you how much I've gotten taken apart. If you follow me on the Instagram or on Facebook, you'll see how much I've already done. Yeah, I'm starting to get into the Instagram where I'm updating regularly, with pictures and stuff. I'm a little not tech savvy on that kind of area, but I'm getting better. But anyway, if you want to know what my Instagram name is, go to my channel page or look at the bottom of the screen. It'll be up there in the top right hand corner on the channel page. You'll see the little Instagram symbol. You can click there and go to my page. And then you can just follow me or do whatever. Alright guys, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're going to like this new series we got going on here. If you like it, let me know. If you want to see more of these, let me know that too, because this helps directs the way we go with the channel. And if you think I'm just crazy, you know, let me know too, because you know I probably am. But you know what? My wife said okay to this. She thought it was a good deal. So if I got the okay from her, I'm good. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it today, and I hope I'll see you here next time. You guys stay safe out there. If you look at this truck, it is not bad for $300. Now, look, you know, it's just, blah blah.